to say true because they should all be enabled. So remember to put in the correct name here. We don't want to overwrite all item windows. Return true. Oh, got no items. There we go. So now they are bright, and it's broken because, you know, it doesn't do anything when you click on it. But let's just make sure they're all bright. Okay, great stuff. So now what happens when we click on something? So scene probably should have some idea of what the category is, or which index in the category window or command window. How do we know that? Let's see. Window category, no. Window command, is there some index? Let's see, window command. So there is a select, selectable. So it's probably in selectable. Index, this index. And we have a way of getting the index. Brilliant. So there's two things here. When selecting an item in the item window, if the command window's symbol is magic chest key, we want to update the key array of the given chest ID, and we know which key array index to update based on the command window dot index. If it's inventory, we want to remove the item from the party inventory and add it to the chest inventory. And if it's chest, opposite. Remove from chest inventory, add to party inventory. Okay, that's the logic we're going for. It's fairly straightforward. On item OK, so it's something in here. So we'll need to grab the symbol. Command symbol equals this. Command window dot is there some kind of category? Set category. This dot current symbol. So I wonder if we can just steal that. So let's see if that is how we get that. And we're also just going to grab the command index from this dot command window dot index. Is that? Yeah, just dot index, but that's a function, so it's probably that. and then we'll try and spout the command index. So if we click on an item, it should give us some data in the command window, or in the console, sorry. So I'm on index 1, and it should be the magic key, or magic chest key. There you go, magic chest key and 1. So it's doing what we expect. I will just run it again so I can see the one of the other two that isn't the magic chest key. So let's click on chest, and it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and chest. Chest and 4. Lovely. You know what? Let's update this. It's not always true. It's return. Wonder if we can do return item. So if the item is a thing, it will be true, and if the item is null, then it'll be false. So let's just try. Okay, but then if we actually have an item, great, great. So that works just fine. So now that we know that, we can just do a couple of ifs or a switch statement. So switch, let's do it again and do this one. Alright, so the key is going to be command symbol. And we'll have a couple of different cases. Oh yeah, okay, you just do break and that stops it from falling through as well instead of return. So return's fine there because we're actually trying to return something. But in this other one here, we're not really returning, so I will just use break. Makes more sense. Okay, that's a bit better syntax then. So if the case is magic chest key update key array for chest with ID. Case inventory. So I did just type this out in a document, but you know, no harm just adding some comments to code so it's a bit easier to understand what's going on. And chest. Oh yeah, there needs to be a break in there. We'll add a break in there. That's a part I didn't think about. You probably want to be using up these keys so that the player just can't have a million of them, and I guess a million different setups and chests. But that's up to the game designer, I suppose. And there should probably be some kind of way of playing a sound effect as well. I'll just try and remind myself to add a sound effect. So I think we only care about this in this one. I should have kept some code here so I know what item has been clicked, because I'm not really certain of that. So let's see, we'll go back to scenes, on item OK. This dot item. We'll grab the item and then console log it out just so I can see what I've clicked on and see if that is how you would get it. So item 2, which is red gem. So yeah, that's fine. Really, it's really simple working with this system. Everything just seems to be really straightforward. So, um, add item to chest inventory. So we're going to need the chest inventory for either of these, but we don't need it for this. So I guess I'm just going to have to double type it out. Let's see. So it is going to be magic chest data dot chests. No, items. We do need the magic chest data chests. This chest ID, because that gives us the key array. So const key array equals this. And we use the key array there, and then we get the inventory from this, and then we can push or I'll need to double check how to delete. You might just be able to type delete and then the thing. But it might be a bit trickier. Maybe use a filter. I think it's dot filter, and then you just have if the item is equal to the item, then don't add it to the array. Um, I'm not sure if the JavaScript in MZ is limited whatsoever, or if you can do anything that JavaScript can do. Okay, fully supported, so I wonder if it does have limitations. This is the sort of thing I've been seeing more in web development with JavaScript. You can't remember what this is called. This basically just spreads out all the items in the array first, and then you can just append something afterwards. So yeah, it's like writing that out, but you just do dot 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 array. It's really cool. Um, okay, cool. Supported. Oh, spread operator. Yep, that was it. Removing items. Yeah, it's not really pop. It's what's the filter one? I like the filter one. Yeah, there you go. So array filter, and then you say anything can get through the filter as long as the item doesn't equal something. Alright, so add item to the chest inventory. So we're just going to push. Just push the item. But for this one, we're going to do it the other way around. Block scope. This surely is cut off. Maybe I can just grab this from anywhere. What I'm saying is maybe it's fine to have this at the top of the code, because this is going to use some form of it, I think, but maybe not as specific as that value. This is annoying. I thought that would be fine. Cannot redeclare block scoped variable key array. So is it because it's within switch that it counts as being in the same block? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so input key array, output key array, or add key array and then remove key array. Add key array, remove key array. That's fine. But instead, it's going to be filter, and it's going to be what was it? So I is just for item. So as long as the item is not equal the item that we're on, that removes it from the array. I guess before that, there's probably some kind of game party dot add item. So let's instead of using grok, we'll actually try and find this. So it's going to be game party, and there's going to be some kind of add item. I think it's maybe gain item is what it's called. Lose gold, max items, has item, gain item. So you add in the item, the amount. So I think this is only if you're losing it. So yeah, so you can discard it there. Alright, so let's go game party dot gain item. Just like that, game party, gain item, and it's going to be, I've forgotten already, item amount. So item, it's going to be 1. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do 1, but I think a good update for the script would be to allow them to change the number. When you press the button, it will make a new window, and then you can change the quantity. But for now, we'll just do 1. And maybe I can just leave that out. Maybe I can't. So the party gains one of these items, and the chest loses one of those items. Oh, interesting. This is going to get rid of all of the items rather than removing the quantity by 1. So there's another oversight. Quantity. I wonder what happens if I can just go with this to see what happens. So cannot read inventory of undefined. Do that again. This line here. So should this ever be undefined? Oh yeah, it's should be dot inventory. So that was the thing I told myself to try and remember to catch. Oh no, it's not, because I am looking at the inventory. Huh. Console log, remove key array, just to see if it comes back with the 3 nulls. Oh, it's this one I'm clicking on. So it should be in here that the logs go. I'm clicking on the inventory. So it does get the 3 nulls, but cannot read properly inventory of undefined. So this, under chest data items, this should be setting it up. Oh, maybe I've not went on the chest window yet. Ah. Yeah, there's got to be a better place to add this code. Yep, if this is undefined when we open the window, then it should also check the contents, the items. So we're going to do the same thing here. Magic chest data items, and then this const initial key array equals magic chest data dot chests, and then we're passing in this chest ID. So we're getting the items for the initial key array. If that is equal to undefined, then we're going to set it up. Magic chest data dot items initial key array equals, and then instead of doing it here, we can do it up there, which is much better. So we're just putting in inventory is that. So this does it at the start, and we will also need to do this anytime we upgrade the keys. So this should probably be a little function of its own. Scene magic chest prototype dot initialize chest or initialize chest, and then pass in a chest ID. And then also a initialize chest inventory. And pass in a key array. So this is where we'll check if the chest is undefined, because we only want to initialize it if it's undefined. So if the chest is undefined, we will create, okay, I think that's fine. We'll create a key array and then set the key array to nothing because it's a new chest. Initialize the chest data. We're going to need a key array. So if that's undefined, we will set up the inventory just like that. And then in here, instead of doing this, we can just do initialize chest, and then we can pass in this dot chest ID, and then same thing for the inventory. This dot initialize chest inventory, and we're going to pass in a key array equals grab the key array from that, and then because the way that this has been done, the chest might not need initialized. It might have 3 keys like red, red, green. So then we try and initialize it if it needs it, and then we grab the red, red, green from the chest, and then we initialize the inventory if it needs it. It might not. So in here, I think we can, if I haven't already, yep, we can get rid of the creation bit. So now this should all be fine. This should exist. The inventory should exist. There could still be errors, but initial key array not defined. Okay. Where was that? What am I doing? That's in initialize chest inventory. Right up at the top again. Oh, it's just key array. Okay, let's go again.